to you, Grenada, and the rest of the world. It's a Tuesday morning, and man, oh man, what a beautiful Tuesday morning. Loads and loads of sunshine here in the Spice Isle, and we're happy that you're with us. Today I'm pretty excited because once we get through with the program this morning, I understand that we're going to have a visit from the internet provider who has promised me faithfully that the issue we've been having for the past several months has been resolved. Now, that's no guarantee that things are going to go smoothly this morning. However, they're coming in here at 11 o'clock or shortly thereafter to make sure that everything's set up properly. And so I'm hoping that in the event that things don't go too hunky-dory today, you can still at least breathe a sigh of relief, okay? Because hopefully tomorrow morning things will be 100%. So far, you know, I keep glancing off to the left here, and that's because I'm looking at that little green light. So far, that green light is on. So let's see what happens this morning. Today, we're going to take a look at a denial. Yes, sirree. There's a denial out there that Dr. Patrick Antoine is set to become the NDC's next political leader. You'll have to wait just a few minutes to find out more about that. We're also going to take a quick look at a little cruise update for you for this week. And of course, we do have the national report from the GIS. And yes, he says he's going to be sitting right here with us this morning. Mr. Ray Roberts at large. Yeah, Ray's coming in this morning in the flesh. So, that's your rundown for the next hour or so, and we certainly hope you can make it. Stay with us throughout the entire hour. If not, program's going to be up, as always, on Facebook. And later on today, it'll be up on YouTube as well. By the way, we're working towards, hopefully, maybe by the start of the new year, we'll be on Facebook and YouTube Live. Right now, we just do Facebook Live, but we also intend to go live on YouTube as well. And maybe even before. But we're aiming at getting YouTube on there live as well. Okay? So, let's get down to brass tacks. Interim political leader of the main opposition National Democratic Congress, a gentleman by the name of Joseph Andel, has denied reports in social media that economist Dr. Patrick Antoine is set to become the next political leader of the party. In an exclusive interview with the New Today newspaper on Tuesday, yesterday, Andel said that the post, which was left vacant following the resignation of former Finance Minister Nazem Burke, in light of the humiliating defeat in the March 13th general election, will be open to all persons at the annual convention, which is due early next year. A Facebook post on the weekend from a user who identified himself or herself as Kinza James indicated that Dr. Antoine is being fully supported by party organizer Glenn Newell to become the next political leader of the NDC. According to Andel, who is also believed to be also interested in the top position with the Congress, this report about Dr. Antoine is only rumors. Quote, Facebook is not a reliable source of information. The NDC as far as I'm aware, has not put out any post to that effect on its official Facebook page, so I cannot comment on the rumor. That's what he said. However, Andel quickly added that the NDC is open to any Grenadian of good character to be a part of the party. Here's another quote. What I can say is this, that as a party interested in national development, we practice inclusive politics. So our doors, our doors are open for Grenadians of good character, good standing, who wish to make a contribution to national development and see the NDC as the party with a vision to effect the necessary changes. He goes on to say, we're always open to all Grenadians who fit the bill. So, Dr. Antoine, or anybody else who is interested in becoming a member of the party, we welcome them with open arms. And of course, as a democratic organization, we have our procedures and processes. End of quote. Andel did not give a precise date for the holding of the annual convention of delegates, but said that, quote, our convention will be coming up in the next few months. So any bona fide member of the party who wishes to contest any position is free to do so once all the necessary criteria are met. Speculation is rife that Dr. Antoine might be interested in getting involved in frontline politics after recently ending almost 20 years of a close working relationship with Prime Minister Mitchell and his NNP administration. Andel acknowledged that the NDC has held conversations with Dr. Antoine and other professional persons since its defeat at the polls about 9 months ago. He said, we have had conversations with a wide array of professionals in different fields. Dr. Antoine is highly respected in his field as a professional, and there are people that we would speak with, seek counsel, advice from time to time. Unquote. When asked specifically if there had been any talks with Dr. Antoine regarding taking over the position of the political leader of the NDC, Mr. Andel said, not that I'm aware of. As a matter of fact, as far as I know, no one, including myself, has yet declared interest on intent to contest the leadership of the party at the next convention. Unquote. According to Andel, the NDC convention is expected to be held within the first quarter of 2019, and it is only then that the next political leader will be known. All positions will be up for grabs. Based on our current constitution, a political leader serves for 3 years. As you know, the last elected leader resigned before the expiration of his term. So, I'm in the role on an interim basis, and the convention will elect a more or less permanent leader. Congress has been forced to rebuild following successive 15-0 losses at the polls in 2013 and 2018 at the hands of the Keith Mitchell-led New National Party. Yeah. So there you have it. Made you a promise, about the denials? Well, I just read for you an article which is now out in the New Today on their website. All right. Before Georgie Porgy moves on, yellow light. I'm still assuming, though, that we are getting out there on Facebook, but for all intents and purposes, we are having trouble getting up there to Facebook. Now, let me say hi. Let me say hi to the folks on Facebook here already this morning. Margaret. Hello, Margaret. How are you? How's New York? Margaret says, good morning. I want to live long, so I'm not going to hold my breath. She's referring to what I was talking about at the top of the program. Well, Mags, hey, Mags, you just keep monitoring it. I'm looking at it now on my on the website, GRENADABROADCAST.com, and yeah, we are getting out to Facebook, even though I have the yellow light here. So let's continue that. Let's hope that it continues at least until 10 o'clock. Okay. Then, Thaddeus Bonaparte. Have I seen Thaddeus before? I don't recall. I'm not saying he hasn't been there, but Thaddeus, good morning and welcome if it's the first time you're around. Share and, what's the other word? Share and, yeah, like the live and share it as well. Let everybody know that you're here with us. Veronica Sandy is saying good morning, everybody. Irene Rattan, good morning. Veronica says, I'm checking in for my daily dose of warmth on a very cold day. Oh my goodness. She says, good morning, George. I guess you're one of those people wishing you could be here at this time of the year. Eh? Do you realize what today will be? Or next Tuesday, 1 week from today? Yeah? Sorrow, salted ham, ginger beer. Do you get that kind of stuff where you are? For your sake, I hope you do. If you're not going to be with us in person. Fitzroy Adams is saying good morning, and so is T.F. Richards. T.F. is referring to you guys as family. Attaboy. Well trained, T.F. And Rachel John is also saying good morning, everyone. Well, pilgrims, I promise you that I'll also keep you updated on what's going on in the cruise industry. So far, this place has been having one heck of a week. One heck of a, not a week, a season. And we're not even at the end of the year yet. But anyhow, today there's only one cruise ship in town. It's the Jewel of the Seas, which got in here a short while ago, just before 8 o'clock. And she's going to be in port until 5 o'clock this afternoon. Her capacity, 2,501. Not too shabby. And then tomorrow, you have the Aida Perla. She arrives at 8 o'clock and will be in port until 6 o'clock with 3,206 persons. So, the influx continues, and for those of you who are involved with the tourism industry here in Grenada, I'm assuming that you're very well pleased with the way things are going thus far this season. Pilgrims, I see that we're also joined here now by Dimly Dowden. Dimly Dowden, I kind of like that name, Dimly Dowden. Hello, Dimly. Dimly is saying, good morning, everyone. And Yvonne Joseph is also saying good morning to you folks. And Wilbert McIntosh is also saying good morning. Well, Mr. McIntosh, very good morning to you and Dimly and everybody else. Let's take our first little break here now as he punches there and punches here.
Hubbard's, bringing you Frigidaire Christmas cheer. With the purchase of any Frigidaire fridge, freezer, stove, washer, or air conditioning unit, you get a free 3-piece Frigidaire non-stick pot set. Come into our appliance department on the Carronage and Building Supplies Grandance to get your trusted Frigidaire products and enhance your cooking this Christmas. Offer available while stocks last. Hubbard's, quality service, affordable prices.
Boy, it's some cheer and show you care with Grenlec's Give a Wish promotion. Do you know someone who has had a challenging year and deserves some good fortune, or a worthy cause that needs extra support? Grant them a wish this holiday season with Grenlec. Just pay your bill in full, then write their name, address, and phone number on the top portion of your bill. Add your phone number and drop it into the wish box at any of our Grenlec customer centers, or you can enter online via our Facebook page. 15 customers will receive a $500 electricity voucher for giving a wish to someone who deserves it. And 15 winners will each have their wish granted, valued at up to $1,500. What's more, 230 lucky customers will win $75 electricity vouchers. Spread the cheer this year with Grenlec's Give a Wish promotion. Visit our website or Facebook page for more information. Terms and conditions apply. Promotion ends December 21st.
Juve chocolates, cocoa nibs, and cocoa balls from Diamond Estate Grenada are now available at Amazon.com, Amazon.ca, Amazon.co.uk, and GrenadaMarket.com. Try the sensational touch of nutmeg and a touch of ginger chocolates, 75% dark and rich, 100% pure cocoa, and their 60% dark and sweet chocolate bars today. Amazon Prime members enjoy free shipping on these orders in the USA, Canada, and Europe. GrenadaMarket.com. When you can't come to the island, the products of the island will come to you.
Why wish upon a star? For a bank is better by far. Whatever you're wishing for this Christmas will give you low interest and no fuss.
Co-op Bank is making Christmas wishes come true. Fix up your home, treat your loved ones, and get everything on your Christmas list this year with our no-fuss loans. As we count down the 12 days to Christmas, you can win awesome prizes every day. Special terms and conditions apply.
Christmas wishes come true with Co-op Bank and you.
Welcome home.
Okay. While you were listening to that commercial break, thank you, the green light came back on. But I have to be honest with you. Let's be fair. I have been monitoring on the GrenadaBroadcast.com website, which is actually a clone of Facebook, and things seem to be going pretty good. I have not seen any interruptions there so far. So, Margaret, there you go. You take that. Now, Veronica Sandy, in response to what I said a little while ago about coming home, Veronica Sandy said, "You're making me feel like hopping on a plane now." Well, yeah, why not? Come on down, man. Got lots of rooms in this place, and I'm sure you got lots of family here too as well. Okie dokie, pilgrims. Here comes today's edition, actually last night's edition, of the National Report.
Increase in retirement age to be discussed by Cabinet in the coming year. Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the news in details for today, Monday, December 17th, I am Rikisha St. Louis. Minister for Health, Social Security and International Business, Honorable Nicholas Steele, says come 2019, Cabinet will be looking at the subject of an increase in the age of retirement. He was addressing the 35th anniversary dinner and award ceremony of the National Insurance Board over the weekend. The increase is one of the recommendations made in the scheme's actual review.
It is long overdue. I think the last 3 or 4 actual reviews have pointed to, in each case, what needs to be done. The retirement age has to be increased, and increased contributions have to be contemplated. First and foremost, the entire retirement age must be increased. I make a commitment, not just saying this here, but make a commitment that Cabinet has agreed that it has to be done. But we have to look at it in the grand scheme of things and make sure that it is done in 2019. The first phase of that increase in the retirement age, the first phase of responding to 4 actuarial reviews will be done in 2019.
Keynote speaker Dr. Timothy Antoine, governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, endorsed the recommendation. The retirement age remains at 60 and contribution rates have not changed since 1998. Mr. Antoine says it is critical that this is implemented.
What are those recommendations? Raise the pension age to 65, the pensionable age. Now some of you say, what? But we late. In St. Kitts, it's 62. In Dominica, it's moving to 65. In St. Vincent, it's moving to 65, I think. In Barbados, it is 67. Where are we in Grenada? 60. We've got to get on with the retirement age. Increase the contribution rate to 11%. That is in the actuarial report. It's at 9%. It's been there for 20 years. It has got to increase. And what we need is a gradual increase. So if we put a 0.5% and we keep going, it is an increase, but it could be done over time and we could get up to where we need to be.
Alfred Logie, outgoing director of the National Insurance Board, who has given more than 20 years of service, says after 35 years, the NIS is an institution of excellence. He added that apart from the service it offers to customers, the relationship the scheme shares with government is unparalleled in the entire Eastern Caribbean.
Government has paid its contribution and continue to pay its contribution and is up to date with its contribution. And this is a phenomenon that is not known in many countries. Over the last 10 years, government has paid into the National Insurance Board $183 million. That's an average of $19 million annually. The National Insurance Board has an exposure of just about 20% of its instruments with the government, and all of them are being paid on time, and this is excellent.
Trinity Recruitment Services Incorporated says the US $150 processing fee will be accepted from successful applicants only. 2 representatives are currently in Grenada conducting interviews with Grenadians who are desirous of gaining employment on board the Carnival cruise lines. The air was cleared on Monday by recruiting officer and administrator Carol Walrond, who said the fee will be used to process visas, medical and other documents. She added that successful applicants will be contacted via email in a matter of days.
The $150 is paid for those persons who were successful. Not for persons who are not successful. So, in truth and in fact, when they come and we allow them to make their payments, then automatically they know they were successful. We have to do all your documents. We have to submit your visas. We have to prepare your training. We have to send off your medicals. We do everything for you. So basically, all you do for us is just to submit your CV. And that whole process, we take you through that process. So we do the work. And as usual, we're doing the work. You have to make a contribution to the agency then to act on your behalf.
Medical coordinator and recruiting officer Dale Best explained the screening process, which he deems critical to the profession.
A screening, which we do to make sure that person is ready to move on to the next level, where they will be able to meet with our partners, Carnival Cruise Liners, HR that is. And once we do that screening, we would obviously make sure that person, if they're missing anything or if they see any loopholes or they have the potential, we give them that chance and we get them to that level where they'll be able to meet with the Carnival HR. Now, our reason for screening though, because some persons may be wondering that they may be wondering when they meet with HR if they would be turned down. Now, our screening is to make sure that person is probably 95% chance of getting that job.
The interview process will conclude on Tuesday, December 18th at 4 p.m. Trinity Recruitment Services wants approximately 200 Grenadians to fill various positions on board the Carnival cruise lines. Workers at the Grenada Gravel, Concrete and Emulsion Production Corporation have received more than $200,000 in profit sharing and bonuses. General Manager Mr. Wilfred Hercules says it's the 3rd consecutive year that workers are benefiting from profit sharing. Several years of losses prior to that meant that workers did not receive any profit sharing. However, a turnaround has occurred in the last 3 years, resulting in the end-of-year payments to workers. Updating the Prime Minister and Minister for Finance during a recent meeting, Mr. Hercules said 15% of the corporation's profits from 2017, totaling $202,851.55, will be shared among the 103 workers, 86 of whom are full-time employees and the other 17 contract workers. He added that they are also on track to realizing a profit again in 2018, so this is also good news for the workers so that they can expect more profit sharing next year. This is the National Report. We'll have more news after the break.
Christmas from the Government Information Service, Channel 22.
Welcome back. The Grenada Rural Network of Women, GRENROP, had much to celebrate over the weekend, having secured a partnership with the newly commissioned Silver Sands Hotel through the Silver Sands Farmers Program. The objective of the initiative between GRENROP and Silver Sands is to bridge the gap between agriculture and tourism and provide a market for the local farmers. Theresa Marischal, president of GRENROP, says it is one that will contribute to the development of the agriculture industry.
Let us not ignore the fact that we will see increased employment within the state of Grenada, better farming techniques used, and happier farming families.
The 18th anniversary celebrations at Silver Sands included Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell. He said that farming can provide a lucrative lifestyle, but there's a need for a different approach to the industry.
Having this marriage or correlation between agriculture and tourism, albeit is one particular area, what we hope, Sister Marischal, is that and other hoteliers in the country will take a page from this book and institute that cooperative effort between the farming community and the hotels activities in our country.
And finally, the senior citizens and children of the St. George Northwest constituency were on Sunday treated to an evening of fun and excitement in the Dragon Bay area. The luncheon and children's Christmas treat is organized each year by the constituency branch, together with their parliamentary representative and the Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell. This year's celebration at Dragon Bay saw entertainment from Santa Claus as he shared the Christmas goodies with the young and old. Parliamentary representative for the constituency, Dr. the Right Honourable Keith Mitchell, extended Christmas greetings to the constituents and reminded them of the need to remember the reason for the season.
Well, as usual, at this time of the year, we are celebrating the birth of our Lord and Savior. And of course, at this time, we concentrate on what we know we all should be doing, sharing and understanding each other and working together for the betterment of our community and our country as a whole. And therefore, those of our senior citizens, the young ones, I hope you're listening, those who have gone before you and made all the sacrifice to lay the foundation for where our country is at today, we also must recognize them, and that's why this afternoon is such a very special opportunity for us to give them thanks.
Chairman of the executive branch of the St. George Northwest constituency, Thomas Griffith, says it is a privilege to share the Christmas joy with the constituents. That story just brought the curtains down on the national report for today, Monday, December 17th. Let's recap the top story. Increase in retirement age to be discussed by Cabinet in the coming year. On behalf of all those who made this newscast possible, I am Rakisha St. Louis saying thank you for viewing. Until next time.
Okie dokie. So we're back. Now, okay. Margaret, you win. The reason why I'm laughing here, a little while ago, I was, talking about the fact that the green light had come back on, which meant that everything's going hunky dory up to the internet. Well, Margaret laughed at me because I stuck my tongue out. Not just Margaret, T.F. Richards. They're both in tears, laughing their heads off here, okay? Well, guess what? Shortly after that, yellow light came back on. And the yellow light is still on. And I'll tell you what, you remember last Tuesday morning, and you guys actually commented about this on Facebook. Last Tuesday morning, as soon as my good friend Ray came on, kaput. Well, Ray is here, and the light is already yellow. I mean, I guess in anticipation of his distinguished visit this morning. This guy has a lot of power, I tell you. So we'll see how things go. However, I notice now on the Grenada broadcast website, the buffering is just insane, and I noticed that a lot of the listeners have just gone, can't be bothered with that. All right, so hey, like I told you, they're coming in here at 11 o'clock this morning, and supposedly, man, you will have more internet than you could shake a stick at tomorrow morning. Let's see. Like the comment Margaret made at the top of the program, Margaret said, I want to live long, so I'm not holding my breath. Okay? All right, we'll see. Anyhow, let's get back to the Facebook here for a minute. T.F. Richards says, the gravel and concrete was catching its tail over the last couple of years to the point that the government actually went into privatizing it. This venture apparently flopped, and all of a sudden, you're hearing about profits in 3 years. Who's fooling who? Boy, oh boy. Yeah, thank you, TF. Thank you. But as I buy it, so I sell it, okay? Let me take a little break. But before I do, I want you to take a look and see that he's really here. See that face? Red t-shirt this morning. Red t-shirt. Well, that's old Rara. And we're going to get to him after this.
With free island-wide delivery, Hubbard's Building Supplies and Lumber Departments continue to provide the best quality lumber, steel, tiles, plumbing materials, electrical and general hardware supplies at competitive prices. We continually consult with builders, homeowners and contractors to improve product range and services. Enjoy discounts where applicable, including the use of credit and debit cards. At Hubbard's Building Supplies, Grandance and Lumber Department, Caranage, we offer quality service, affordable prices, giving you the convenient, reliable, free island-wide delivery. Call 440-2087 for all your home improvement and building solutions.
Grenadian General Insurance Company, strength and stability. Grenadian General Insurance Company, tell your friends, tell your family. family. We cover householders comprehensive. Motor and even fire too. Contractors all risk burglary. Public liability. Professional indemnity. Directors liability. And wait, we still have more. Come and find out more what you're waiting for.
We are located on Scott Street, St. George's. For more information, call 440-2434.
Tell everybody.
Spread some cheer and show you care with GRENADA's Give-A-Wish promotion. Do you know someone who has had a challenging year and deserves some good fortune or a worthy cause that needs extra support? Grant them a wish this holiday season with GRENLEC. Just pay your bill in full, then write their name, address, and phone number on the top portion of your bill. Add your phone number and drop it into the wish box at any of our GRENLEC customer centers, or you can enter online via our Facebook page. 15 customers will receive a $500 electricity voucher for giving a wish to someone who deserves it. And 15 winners will each have their wish granted, valued at up to $1,500. What's more, 230 lucky customers will win $75 electricity vouchers. Spread the cheer this year with GRENLEC's Give-A-Wish promotion. Visit our website or Facebook page for more information. Terms and conditions apply. Promotion ends December 21st.
Why wish upon a star? For a bank is better by far. Whatever you're wishing for this Christmas, will give you low interest and no fuss.
Co-op Bank is making Christmas wishes come true. Fix up your home, treat your loved ones, and get everything on your Christmas list this year with our no-fuss loans. As we count down the 12 days to Christmas, you can win awesome prizes every day. Special terms and conditions apply.
Christmas wishes come true with Co-op Bank and you.
All right, folks, there he is. There he is, Mr. Ray Roberts on a Tuesday morning. Good morning to you, Mr. Roberts, and how art thou?
Well, season greetings and morning to you and to all your viewers and listeners, wherever they may be. It's a beautiful morning, I will say. I've certainly enjoyed the morning so far. I hope you are, wherever you are.
Let me ask you this. Did you go to the beach?
I had to be this morning. I was there for about an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the group was there too. Quite a few people.
Yeah.
I think I saw some, let's put it like that, returning Grenadians.
They're coming home, aren't they?
Here for the holidays.
Yeah.
So.
And let me ask you this: I see you're all in red this morning. I mean, does this have anything to do with your desire to be Santa Claus?
No. I didn't remember Santa Claus actually.
Have you written to him?
Well, I think he has forgotten us.
Yeah. He and I ain't on good terms, since I was a little boy.
Yeah, I think I hope the jersey brings memory to him. There are elder people who still need him and perhaps need him more than the younger ones.
Yeah, let me tell you. And it's going to be a kind of shabby Christmas for a lot of people.
Well, it looks pretty team. I think I was in a bank last Thursday, and I thought they opened the bank for me alone because I was the only customer in the bank. Yeah, I spent about 10 minutes there, and a couple of people came in after that, but for about 10 minutes, me and maybe the workers. So I was asking one of the staff, is it I suppose everybody's wealthy, and I'm the only poor one left. Yeah, and well, the road is pretty busy with, I hate to say it, with a lot of young people driving very crazily. And
reckless.
Reckless, and I hope parents and even the young ones themselves would think twice, because the roads in Grenada. There's no way you can get there that quick, because there are people like me, regardless to what it is, unless it's the ambulance or the fire brigade, I'm not going to go into the gutter to let somebody pass. I'm going to drive, within the laws. But there are people who do 3-4 times that on these little narrow paths. So you're noticing how many we have 8 fatalities this year, and I suspect a record number of accidents.
There's been an influx of these accidents in the last few weeks, and it's kind of 8 is a small number, relatively speaking, But still, because of the number of incidents there have been, I think that there's some concern out there.
Well, to me, there should be at least zero, because it's up and down. I mean, there is no way. If you overtake me 100 meters lower down, I'm meeting you high up, because it's really a crowded South St. George, Northeast, and other areas, very crowded.
Yeah.
I was in Guelph yesterday, and I mean, the road is extremely busy. So there's really and truly good judgment one has to use, because there is no 3 and 4 lanes that you can overtake, on a freeway. It's just up and down.
Let's just put this call out to people to be considerate when driving, and needs to be no mad rush to get anywhere. I mean, please, come on. Grenada is what, 12 by 20 miles? What the heck? Anyhow, so much of that. Ray, what's been on your mind since you sat in the chair last week and caused us to have all kinds of interruptions? Come on.
All right. Well, I hope that is history after today. I hope Santa Claus comes with the gentlemen or the ladies at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And thereafter give you the greatest Christmas you will have it.
Oh, man.
And your 2 networks, the Grenada Broadcast and your Facebook Live. I hope you are treated.
Hey, listen, there's 6 platforms, my friend.
Oh, 6.
Grenada Broadcast, YouTube, TuneIn, Radio Genre, Radio Garden, YouTube. Everybody's out there. Yeah.
Well, I hope you get a perfect solution, so you can get more advertisements and listeners are not turned off, because sometimes on Sunday in between and then there is the sticking and then you said,
yes.
Yeah, you had enough of that. It's on, but you're not really that focused. So I hope that is solved. Well, really and truly, I was very let's put it this way, I thought it was a good sign this morning when I came into your studio and I heard one of the favorite people of mine, Timothy Antoine, saying something that I've been saying. Well, he certainly has the economic knowledge. I don't have that. But I've been saying that for quite a while, that the solution we need is a bigger solution than just saying he go bust the man, he go bust the social program. He's saying the right thing. Do the right thing like other countries have done. Review the whole process. Take retirement to 65 incrementally. Increase the contributions, as he said, 1.5. I think it's the perfect solution. And I'm saying to the workers' movement, don't move from the 25%. Let's make the tough decisions. We don't have to make it all one time. Open your mouth like, when I was young. Castor oil, you know what is castor oil?
No. Do I know what is castor oil? Oh, boy.
Right, your parents open your mouth and that's good.
And then followed by the lemon juice they had to put in there.
That's
to kill
right.
it. Yeah.
So we're not going to do that. We're going to treat you nicely.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm saying that's the solution that will perhaps take us to another 20 years, maybe another 25 years. Subsequent generations will do obviously what is right, but I think it's time that we stop the trickery, and that's what has been happening. I mean, what I could remember in 1995, we said no income tax, and the world was saying, that's a stupid country.
Yeah.
And our leader was saying, I'll teach the world a lesson. And 10 years later, 15 years later, we go back to do the same thing, and people ought to start to say, what is the trick? That is what is here. That's what is being promoted now, but you're going to bust this, you're going to bust that. If you don't do the right thing, it's going to bust everything.
Yeah.
So do what is right, and I think we'll have a better country.
People need to remember. People need to remember.
Well, I think they need to pay greater attention, because I don't know about you, but I'm trying to stay young, but I know for sure.
Your hair is still pretty black. So
yeah.
That's okay.
Well, even, as I said to you, I play a lot of tennis, and sometimes Saturday night I was playing a younger one, and I was wondering what is happening, because I met him playing and I couldn't get there with him at all. He was just, comprehensively beating me up.
Yeah.
And clearly, I needed time to heat up. He didn't need that. So it's common sense that we ought to pay attention to the realities of our lives. If we get old, what will happen? I mean, you need security.
If we get old? If we get older, when we get
well, we are there, but I'm talking about those who are distance away.
Yeah.
So I think I hope 2019 will be a year where we'll find the same tenacity that we had in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. To me, the vibrancy, the vibrant minds, the thinking minds we had there. No, I don't see that existing. What I see is a lot of partying and people having a good time, and maybe that's the generation to have a good time, but clearly the consequences going to be down the road.
You know, I received a message here sometime this week from, I don't remember who, somebody named Duncan, but he had planned on having some sort of festivity, an event, which was intended to bring the Christ back in Christmas.
I know you're talking about.
And he had to cancel it.
Right.
Because of a lack of interest.
That's correct.
Can you believe that?
No, I'm not surprised. In fact, I have a sense of why maybe the students or the schools are not performing. You know, at the end of the year, I guess you would have been part of that. Your final couple of days before Christmas in school would be Christmas carols, a little bazaar, harvest, or what have you. Much of it have been cancelled or postponed because of the industrial challenges that are on right now. But even without them, you're hearing more about the partying rather than the putting Christ into Christmas. And I hope, we could get back to normal and keep a balance. I love Christmas, I must say. I'm not getting into whether Christ was born on that day. I'm not in that. I believe there's a Christ, so there's no question about that. I think, for me, the Christmas period seems to be the most civil part of our society. People just say hello and they greet you pleasantly, and then at the end of it they return to the hostility or whatever. But for me, Christmas is a beautiful time of the year, and I would hope that we as a people would enjoy it. But 2019 be a people that is thinking and very thoughtful in all that we do.
Yeah, the true meaning of Christmas seems to have gone. As a little boy growing up, it was a family thing. You got in touch with family and everybody got together, and it was a happy atmosphere. Today it seems to be who could outdrink who.
Yeah. I'm amazed at the the capacity of some of the drinkers. A case of beer, case and a half within 10 hours of partying, and how many bottles of Rivers or whatever it is. I'm amazed at it. But I suppose, as I said, maybe this is the new world we're in. I think I heard somebody saying last night, it is Putin. Yeah, I think he said it's sex, entertainment. He called three things, and he wanted to impose some restriction on rap, because some of the rappers,
rap music?
Yeah, some of the rappers in Russia, they were using the lyrics to attack the government and institutions. And he said, look, this can't be dealt with via censorship. It has to be dealt with via the law. I was listening to that in a podcast last night. I hope that does not apply to other countries in the world, but really and truly, I suppose in his close state, things like that are normal.
Yeah. Let me just take a little pause here to bring the Facebook people in here. We've been joined now by Wilmot Mark and Ryan Jabon, our good buddy out there in Orlando.
All right.
Ryan is saying, good morning, gentlemen. Grandad's Beach seawater is rough at Christmas. That's a tendency. It does tend to get a little bit rough, Ryan, at that time of the year. He says, you take your life in your hands driving on Grenada's roads, and the blinding LED headlamps blinding you at nights. That's another thing. There are a lot of people now who just bluntly refuse to drive at night.
Well, I could understand them. I'm going to take a little break off the road beginning Wednesday night, because I could see the problems mounting.
And that's sad.
People are driving ridiculously quickly these days. I don't know why. I have no sense of it. Because really, it's 3 or 4 places you go into. The bowling alley, there's a place in Lansepine, the Brew Beers there, Fantasia. You could count it 3 or 4 places. Wall Street. So really and truly, heaven knows why you need to get there in 90 miles or even 60 miles. You could really take your time and get there. So, but he said something about Grandlands Beach. The waters in Grandlands, to me, they're very calm. When I was a little boy, I remember that there were times when it was really rough. I haven't seen any swells in recent times. Over the last, I would say, the last 3 or 4 years, it's a complete change to what I know. Maybe climate change is impacting.
Come on back down, Ryan. Come on down and see the true Grand Dance.
Yeah, I was there this morning, and it's pretty calm. You could walk out, see much of the water as you walk out. You know, the sand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody else who's joined us here is my good friend Deborah Parker Stratus Robinson. Debbie, I'm just going to say Debbie. Forget about the Deborah Parker Stratus Robinson. Hello. Debbie, this is a lady I met about 20 years ago.
Okay.
About 20 years ago. And I haven't seen her since. But we've remained really, really good friends.
Okay.
She's now a granny.
Right.
Yeah. And she's just so happy and enthusiastic about her newborn. Thanks for joining us, Deb. Ray, let's get back to the unions here for a minute. You mentioned earlier on that the unions are standing firm.
I hope they stand firm and don't give an inch on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is something that, George, both of us are there. We are retirees in the true sense, according to the age limit. But you go home with all that, and I'm not saying, yes, I know it's a lead group, it's public workers, but most of the other companies in Grenada, major companies, they not only pay NIS, they have a contributory insurance, a contributory pension fund. Not a lot, but some are recognizing that at this stage of your life, the retirement stage, there has to be more than pennies.
Yeah.
I mean, without that, you're hastening your exit in this world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm seeing when I heard Governor Timothy Antoine made the bold statement that why is Grenada not doing what others are doing? I think union should take heed from that.
But you agree with him when he calls for an increase in the retirement age?
That should have done a long time ago. I've always advocated. But I've always said to people, I wouldn't need it because I know when I want to go. But there are people who are energetic. I have a friend who just retired from the Ministry of Sports there. I mean, he looks more youthful than you could ever think. I met a friend this morning on the beach, yesterday morning on the beach, and we were telling him, well, you have another 5 years? He said, no, I was 16 in April. So he's still working, the company kept him on. So I'm saying, I think people want it, but I think the reason why government don't want to go that way, I mean, it may cause them votes. It may cause them people saying, well, you make me have to work 5 years longer. But somebody had to take the bull by the horn and do what is right. And I think we need to get this thing to 65. How long? Maybe 10 years? Within 10 years? Maybe within 7 years.
Once upon a time, I used to say to you guys, when I grow up, I want to be like you. And by you guys, I mean people who are retired, But Ray, I mean, in my case, Ray, I'm 67 years old. There ain't no retirement in sight for me, I'm going until I croak.
Well, that's correct. I have no retirement myself, too. I don't think I'm looking for a job, but I'm enjoying what I have within the budget. I know every month I have to pay the light bill. That's the first. I know the telephone. Yes, I need it. And the cable. I don't need everything, but I need the news. So there are some basic things on water that I would treat as a priority.
Okay.
I don't think I need more clothes. I mean, this jersey was given to me by table tennis.
Oh, you too? all the clothes you see on my back when you see me on the street, stuff that's given to me. I don't buy clothes.
Well, that's correct.
Yeah.
So I don't have a life of luxury, and I don't want a life of luxury.
Same here,
The only
sir.
luxury I want is Grandlands Beach.
Yeah.
We talking about economics a while ago. You read the piece on St. Kitts. I mean,
yeah.
Antigua. I mean, you're not hearing the boast that we're making. I mean, they're paying workers a double salary.
Yes.
They have increased what? The retirement, those who are less than $3,000 a month, they're entitled to get $500 from the state as a contribution to improve their standard of living. But you're not hearing this Grenada boss getting the biggest trophy from the IMF for the best managed process. You know, some of these things I think we need to sift through it.
Yeah.
We need it because I often question things like that. I mean, why would institutions of that nature want to first of all, what is the criteria? What's the criteria? So I hope next year is a year where we find many more people putting on a thinking cap. And I hope there are issues that we debate, we can put them in context. Because too many things are face value with us, rather than, I mean, look at the reality. Yes, I listen to some people and I boldly say to them, I hope the union ain't give an inch. They say, well, you go say, well, look, when the colonial people instituted that, they did their work. They understood why people at a particular age need that kind of, all you're hearing, you go bust this, you go bust that. But we're not hearing, well, here's an alternative. If we have to do that, it will cost you so and so. So let us make a choice. We don't need to have a referendum, but let us make a choice. But you're choosing the easy way out.
On that note, my dear friend, we're going to have to wrap it up, but I want to go back to Facebook for a minute because Ryan Jabon agrees with you. He says, indeed, Ray, there is a win-win solution to this trade union impasse with the GOG. There's a win-win situation. Yeah, if people are willing to be reasonable, I'm sure that there is a win-win situation. And a little while ago, you were teasing me about castor oil.
Somebody said something about it.
Guess who? Margaret.
She's familiar with that?
Margaret says, you got lemon juice? I got a nice sweet orange.
Ghost and lime was a popular
Ghost
thing.
and lime.
That's correct.
Oh, speaking about Ghost and lime, I hope next week to get some more of Anthony Wendell de Riggs on. This man.
Well, that will be Christmas Day next Tuesday. When's Tuesday's Christmas?
Yeah. Are you guys going to give me the day off on Christmas Day? Can I stay off the air on Christmas Day, please? And maybe even Boxing Day.
All right.
So you're giving me a hint that you ain't coming in here on Tuesday.
I am going to church Christmas Eve night, and I hope I get to the beach in the morning on Christmas Day and stay. Well, I'm going by my sister for lunch, so I'll have to come out. Yeah, but I would basically be home watching cricket. Australia home. Australia, India.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I haven't watched a cricket game in about 20 years, so maybe I could watch that one.
Can't live without it.
I intend to have a very relaxing time. Thanks a lot, Ray. Appreciate
You're welcome, man. And all the best for the season to you and all your listeners.
Thank you.
Great.
And am I going to see you before the end of the year?
Well, I think we are going to see. I'm sure about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Let me see here. When is New Year's Day? Oh, what day?
A Tuesday again.
New Year's Day is a Tuesday?
Tuesday again.
So, no, please. I'm really looking forward to the holidays just so that I could get some sleep. That's all I want. Anyhow, we'll sort that out. Thanks a lot, buddy. Good to see you.
Good, man. Good to see you.
Okay. Mr. Ray Roberts there with us, the usual Tuesday morning tete-a-tete. Thank you so much. Pilgrims, we're going to pull the curtain down right now. But as always, I must leave you with an inspirational word. Today's reading comes to you from the book of Mark. Just one verse. Mark chapter 11, verse 24 says, therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. And so right now I'm asking, could I have Christmas Day off, please? We'll talk about that. We'll let you know how things go. But take that to heart, folks. When you look into my eyes, you see somebody who lives simply on the promises of Almighty God. I mean, I could write books. A lot of people have asked me, why don't you write a book? I could. But right now, there's just too much else to be done. Yes, I do know the power of prayer, supplemented by faith. On that note, we're going to pull the curtain down on today's edition of Gudday Grenada. I thank you so much for joining us. And by His grace, we shall get together again tomorrow morning, and hopefully tomorrow morning, great internet. Please, please. That's one of the things I'm asking for in prayer. So I'm believing that it's going to be fine tomorrow morning, okay? God bless you.